some of today's trends in the news. Big news, big news. Hillary Clinton taps speech-making gold mine. Just a few months after leaving the State Department, Hillary Rodham Clinton has plunged into the lucrative world of paid speech-making, joining a branch of the family business that has brought the Clintons more than $100 million since her husband left the White House in 2001. Yeah. You know what she's making? $200K a speech. And you know what? To hear...
Warning, bullshit alert.
There she is, spewing out bullshit, and they're paying her $200,000 plus a speech. You could have heard her babbling on for years, and now they're paying her. That's right. Slick Willie earned $17 million just last year. Can't pay the rent? Having a tough time making ends meet? Yeah, you got to get on the speaking circuit. But first, you got to become a member of the political gang, so you could go out there. And speaking of the political gang, big news. And this is big news. Yeah, the Homeland Security czarette, Janet Napolitano, that did this all since she's been in there. Oh, you remember, she put out that warning to Walmarts. There's an alert. If you see something, say something. Tell that Walmart manager that you think there's a shady character over there that may blow up Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yeah, you remember that one. That's the kind of crap that she got to put out. Well, she was the security chief czarette. You know where she's going now? University of California, that whole deal. Yeah, she's qualified. You become qualified by becoming a member of the club. End the story. Look at this. The only people that find these jobs are the people that are in the system. And now on to the economic news. Today's consumer, optimistic now, but concerned about the future. Hey, concerned about the future? Subscribe to the Trends Journal. That's right, we'll tell you history before it happens. And by the way, please spread the word. The more subscribers we bring in, the broader our message goes. So please do what you can do to help increase the voice of the Trends Journal, and so we can help spread the word as they're spreading.
That was bullshit.
Bullshit. That's all they spread. Hey, how about Trayvon Martin? Boy, that's all it is out there, around the clock. So please do what you can do. Buy a subscription for a friend. Ask them to subscribe. You know, again, the more we get in, the more we give out. Going back to the consumer news. U.S. consumer sentiment waned slightly in early July as Americans were more optimistic about current economic conditions than they have been in 6 years, but that was offset by a decline in confidence over the recovery's prospects. There aren't any prospects of recovery because it all goes back to that tapering. Inflation rears its head in June as producers hike prices. That's right. Prices are going up much higher than they anticipated. And watch them Earl prices because they're going up too. Market's up today. Earl's up a little bit. And gold's down a little bit. And again, I keep saying it, gold is going to go down as long as the dollar goes up. And now we're hearing from that other carnival man. Yeah, Mark Carney. Yeah, they like putting carnival people everywhere. He's the former Goldman Sachs cat that's now with the Bank of England. And he's talking about stimulus and keeping them interest rates low. And over there in the Bank of Japan, more money pumping, more money pumping. So as all these other economies keep pushing out dough, they make the dollar look strong. But it's really not, as we can see with producer prices. Inflation is creeping up, and these are fake numbers because they keep out very important elements into the core inflation index that we don't have to talk about because they decided it really doesn't make a difference. And of course it does. And now, a little story, headline from the Financial Times. But hey, why talk about it? We got Trayvon Martin to talk about. Regulators reach deal on policing derivatives. U.S. and EU regulators have reached a last-minute accord on policing derivatives in a breakthrough that allows participants in the $630 trillion market more flexibility. Yeah. You know what that is? That's more bullshit. $663 trillion gambling market, more flexibility. You know what that is? Flexibility means they could screw you in more ways than you could imagine. They're flexible to do what they want. Wonderful, isn't it? Yeah. New Glass-Steagall is urged. This is Senator Warren, Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts. No, not a new Glass-Steagall is urged. Just put back the old Glass-Steagall. It worked perfectly. And people ask me, how can we change things? Put back Glass-Steagall, put back the Robinson-Patman Act, Sherman Antitrust Act, Clayton Antitrust Act, and put up the barriers in trade that prohibited us from buying products from slave labor companies that would, companies, slave labor countries. It's all the same. It's on one big corporate money-changing mafia. Makes no difference. Put all those regulations back in place to when it worked before. Oh, and again, I love the comments, really intelligent comments on trends in the news. The one was asked, I bashed all these past presidents. Who do I respect as a president? The only one that I respect is Eisenhower. And he had the courage to say that the military-industrial complex was taking over the country. Was he perfect? No. But to me, he was the best one out there. And guess what? No wars under Ike. That's right, because he was a warrior. He knew what death and destruction looked like.
My fellow Americans, this evening I come to you with a message of leave-taking and farewell, and to share a few final thoughts with you, my countrymen. We have been compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions. 3.5 million men and women are directly engaged in the defense establishment. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development, yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes.
These little chicken hawks, these little guys with no cojones, they're the ones that take you to war, like Clinton, yeah. Draft dodger Clinton, Obama, Bush, cats that never fought, never fight. They're the ones that take you to war. Johnson, another one, Nixon. And Spitzer. Oh, talking about Spitzer. Prostitution investigation at day spas results in 19 arrests in New York. I wonder if Spitzer was there. And listen to this bullshit from the Raymond W. Kelly. That's the police commissioner in New York. There are backaches in Bay Ridge, but not enough to support 19 massage parlors. Oh, yeah. Really using our money, you tough guys out there. Yeah. All the crap going down, and they break a guy for getting a blowjob or a hand job at a massage parlor. What a bunch of bullshit. It's like the rest of the country, all these anti-abortion, gay marriage. How about dealing with the real problems? Forget the real problems. But again, my favorite story of the day is Napolitano to step down as Homeland Security chief. Step down. That's all she could do, man. This chick's too heavy to step up to anything, man. Hey, don't walk up them stairs. We'll get you an elevator. Homeland Security chief. A lot of news going on over there and across the pond. Genocide charge reinstated against wartime leader of the Bosnian Serbs. Yeah. 190 people were killed in Iraq. That's right. How about some genocide charges against Bush, Blair, and all of the others that supported the genocide that continues against the Iraqi people? How about that? Yeah, is this genocide over here in Serbia? I don't know. But I do know it's going on right now, and the people that caused the destruction of that country got away with murder and continue to do so. And now on to some health news. And you know what I say? That's the future. It's the biggest trend out there. Anything having to do with health. Healthcare, senior housing, anything. We have a very unhealthy society, and it's only getting worse. Whole health healing, to me, is the way to go. And boogieing, because it's Friday, so, you know, you always got to boogie. You got to put boogie in your step, because without any boogie, then it's just a bad time. And these cats just make it worse all the time. New limits for arsenic proposed by FDA. Yeah, when you're drinking that apple juice, you know, they're finding arsenic in it. I say no limits. A little bit of arsenic is good for you. There's no scientific proof that arsenic in apple juice doesn't hurt you. I want to see more studies. Maybe I could get a job with the National Beverage Association. Yeah, but check this out. About 60% of all apple juice in the United States is imported from China. We're up here in New York State. You want to see apples? Well, there are apples everywhere, all over the country. Apples. And we import them from China. That's how disgusting it's become. Because people like the Clintons, that they paid $250,000 a speech for an hour to hear, have sold this country out. Study. Diet soda doesn't help you lose weight. You need a study? All you have to look at is the people that drink that shit. They're as fat as everybody else, and it tastes like crap. Ugh. How can anybody drink it? You know, I'm losing weight by drinking it. And of course, all the chemical ingredients in it. Yeah, I wonder why people are dying of cancer and going out of their mind. Hey, Celente, there are no scientific studies to prove that. I'm from the National Beverage Association. That's just assumption. Yeah, that's for you. There's plenty of studies showing how dangerous this crap is. And speaking of crap, sugary drinks linked to 180,000 deaths worldwide. That's all. And check this out. Among the world's 35 largest countries, Mexico has the highest death rate from sugary drinks. Bangladesh had the lowest. Yeah, but they'll kill you in Bangladesh by working in one of them factories, you know. And the United States ranked third. We're number one. We're going to beat out Mexico. Yeah, we're going to beat them out. We're going to be number one. And then finally, senators question Chinese takeover of Smithfield. Members of the Senate Agriculture Committee raised questions about the economic and national security implications of a Chinese company's proposed acquisition of Smithfield Foods, the nation's largest pork producer. Yeah, the largest pork producers are in Washington. That's right. That's all they do, is they put pork in these bills for their buddies. What, a national security threat? Look, China owns the United States already. We buy all their stuff. 70% of our nation is consumption driven. Who could be so stupid to consume 70% and only produce 30%? And you know what this is? This is just bullshit. Because they're going to let Smithfield buyout happen, and we'll just keep eating Chinese crap. So that's it. The big trend, again, I cannot emphasize it enough. Anything having to do with clean foods. This is a big country. 315 million people, and all over the world the same thing. There's a large segment of society that wants to eat healthy, think healthy, act healthy, and live healthy. Food, food, food and health, the biggest trends. And remember, 18% of our gross domestic product in the United States goes into healthcare. So have a healthy, happy, and fun weekend. This is